Ada is here from your BizSuite software. I will be taking you today in a quick tour to introduce you to Cashlytic Dashboard and how it works in depth. So let's get started. Here, we are starting from the business dashboard. The user here is managing his restaurant business. So first thing, they are choosing the month that they need to manage their income and expenses. Then, starting in the income table, they add all the categories that they manage to receive income from, such as walk-in customers, website, coupons, promo codes, pop-ups, and catering. As you can see, each category added they chose either to put fees or no. Those fees are the Cashlytic amazing feature. For example, let's say your website merchant service is charging you 3.5% on each transaction. You can easily put the 3.5% fees to be associated with the website category in your income table. And when total is calculated, you will find that there is 3.5% deduction on that category is reflected in the profit-loss table and in the analytics page. Then, after the user finished adding all the categories, each category will be taking a full column in the income table. In each category column, the user can easily add, edit, or delete an entry just by hovering over the category date cell that he needs to work on, and click the plus icon to add an entry, the pencil icon to edit it, or the trash can to delete it. Fast forward from here, I will now show you how the same user is filling their expense table. The user starts with choosing the expense option from the Manage category, Form dropdown. Then they move to the expense table view from the expense table toggle button. After that, just as they did with the income table, the user pursue with adding expense categories such as rent, utilities, merchandise, contractors, printed flyers, and digital ads. One thing to notice here, that there is no fees option available for the user to add to the expense categories because those expense categories are all considered as a deduction from the revenue anyway. This is because Cashlytic developers, when they designed the Cashlytic dashboard, they made sure that it is details-focused just to make the profit-loss calculations to be very accurate and simple at the same time. After the user finishes with adding all the expense categories to their expense table, they start with adding the expense entries just as they did with their income table. They also have the same features as the income table to add, edit, or delete any entry inside the table cell itself by hovering over that cell and use the same plus, pencil, or trash icons to add, edit, or delete an expense entry. Fast forward from here, again, let me show you another Cashlytic great feature that will give you more control over your small business. Here, after the user finishes filling all his expense table, they decided that they want to put their categories into groups to better understand their financials. They went to the category group section in the dashboard and expanded it. Then they started creating income groups first, such as organic, promoted, and events. Those income category groups will be used to group income categories together into clean, understandable, and less income categories. Then they created some expense category groups such as fixed costs, variable costs, and marketing. Those groups also will be used to group expense categories together in a clean, understandable, and less expense categories. This feature is made specially after working with many small business owners who expressed their need for a software that can collect categories into cleaner groups in an easy and simple way. In the example shown here, the user is dragging each category to the group that they believe it belongs to in a smooth and quick action. The user is dragging the walk-ins and the website categories into the organic income group, the coupons and the promo code categories into the promoted income group, the pop-ups and the catering income categories into the events income group. Then they started dragging the expense categories the same way they did with the income groups. They dragged the rent and utilities categories into the fixed cost expense group, the merchandise and the contractors in the variable cost group, the printed flyers and the digital ads into the marketing expense group. The last thing the user do after finishing filling income, expense table, and grouping his categories into clean groups is to look at their profit-loss table to find out how are their business doing for this month. As you can see, the profit-loss table is color-coded that the day that the expense is more than income, it will be colored red and will be considered as a loss day, and the day that the income is more than expense is colored green and considered as a profitable day. The last row is for the totals. Note that the income column is the income after fees deducted, which makes the profit-loss table gives the most accurate result. At the end of this video, I would love to thank you for engaging with our knowledge base. If you would love to experience Cashlytic with an interactive demo, please visit Cashlytic.app and click the live demo button. Thanks again, and have a wonderful rest of your day.